Okay. More Deus Ex. We can do it. I can do it, you can do it, we can all do it. Together. We're about to go somewhere in search of Megan Reed. If I remember right, I believe that place is Singapore? Somewhere still very much in the Southeast Asia genre. They didn't go very far. I did actually go look up Tiffany Cavanaugh to try and figure out why she sounded so familiar. In the original Deus Ex, there is a Tiffany Savage, the daughter of a scientist named Gary Savage. Now, I don't know if Tiffany Cavanaugh got out, but Gary never forgot her. Alright, time to buy some stuff with some praxis points here. Stealth enhancer? Absolutely. Cones of vision? Yep. Last known location marker. Once detected, displays an icon at the place of the enemy's last known location. I don't really use mark and track, but... well, let's buy all the things that we need to first, but I'm thinking that we have a lot of options here. Okay, hacking fully upgraded. And there we go. Full hacking capture so we can shut down everything. Hacking fortify. I think we bought the first one. I don't know that we bought hacking fortify 3. We don't use it all that often. Hacking stealth. We need that. Okay. And then did we... yes, we took the first one at least, because it told us the chances of detection. The other one would tell us what's inside a data store. Probably worth it. We'll probably come back for it. Alright, points. We have to fully upgrade this. No, we don't. Actually, that's plenty of energy cells. This is the one I meant to fully get. Alright, that's fine. So we're getting a bonus energy cell that we didn't normally have. Immune to toxic gas grenades? Yes, please. Typhoon? Absolutely not. Although it's kind of cool to think that we could have turned it off. Move, throw heavy objects? Definitely. Beam stabilizer. Yeah, I mean, we could. We probably will. Smart vision? Definitely want that. Flash suppressant. We'll definitely buy that. That'll protect us from concussion grenades. Reflex booster. Gives us the double takedown ability. The Icarus landing system, so we don't kill ourselves falling off things. Oh yeah, I mean, we are blowing through it at this rate. Thermal armor. I really do want to get to the EMP shielding, but... invisibility is the bigger concern. Landing system here. Jump enhancement. Pretty critical. Run silently. Yep. Sprint silently. Land silently. Alright, 5 points left. I'm gonna go for the EMP upgrade. 1 point left. So we did not get quite back all of our points. Even though we had a ridiculous sum of points, I don't think we quite got them all back. I did buy, like, one extra item that we did not have previously. Did buy the flash suppressant there. We'll keep the 1 point, like we usually try and do, just in case we need to buy something else. But I think that we are like 1 or 2 points shy of where we were. I don't know. It could be really close. We could actually be 100% to where we are. I know that I bought the sprint enhancement last time. So maybe we did buy everything, because we didn't have this, and I did buy the sprint enhancement last time, so that's a little different. But whichever way, I have more recovery items than I could possibly ever spend, so I don't actually mean more than I could ever spend. I mean more than I can reliably use right now. I need to sell some of this stuff. But for now, let's get in the pod.
It's done. Exactly as you instructed.
And yet you sound disappointed. You think we should have handled this differently?
I think we had a valuable asset in our hands, and we're letting him slip away. He could have been very useful in the coming storm.
A hand does not need to be clenched tightly to maintain its hold on someone. Jensen carries too much baggage right now. His obsession with Reed only serves to distract him.
We could have told him the truth.
He must discover it by himself. And when he does, if you have followed my instructions precisely, we will know how to find him.
Assuming he lives that long.
Yeah, man, the computer. Does that mean... That means you're home, right? Yeah! Welcome back, Sealy Bob. Sorry I couldn't get Dina Meyer there to take pictures with you in your bed in time.
Pritchard, any chance you're still there?
Jensen, my God. You've been offline for days. Where the hell are you?
I was hoping you'd tell me.
I'm pinging you now. You're in Singapore.
Yeah,
Something's wrong, Jensen. I pinged you, and a second later I lost your GPL signal. It's like you disappeared into a black hole.
Gotta be a jammer.
Well, obviously. If you can find the transmitter and take it offline, I'll be able to track you. And keep you on a tighter leash.
I've got more important things to do than help you keep tabs on me. If Megan and her team are here, there's no time to waste.
You got more important things to do than help you keep tabs on me. And yet, one of the reasons that we want to stay in contact with him is that he's kind of our oversight. Oh well. Frank Pritchard is a dick, but he's a useful dick. Sort of looking around. I really, I mean, we have no weapons right now, so... We do have full hacking, though, so I can probably hack into that room. I'm just trying to keep an eye out for stun guns or tranquilizer rifles. Literally pretty much anything. I have noticed a little later into the game that we have started to get a little graphical jiggle as it zooms into these kinds of things. Holy shit, man.
Access granted.
I guess I could have gotten in there through the vent. That was a level 5 hack. That used a lot of resources. Alright. A revolver, which I'm not going to take. Ammo count, I guess I will take. Revolver. Maybe a long time before we see another stun pistol or tranquilizer, though. But a revolver can't even be silenced. It is a mess when it comes to this other stuff. All right. Most Pritchards usually are dicks. I don't think I've ever known anybody with the name Pritchard before, so. Although I do feel a little dumb, because I think that we probably could have just high jumped our way up here and then over there, and I wasted all those materials. Oh well. I don't really see anything up there that I need to deal with, so I'm going to assume there is no good stuff for us. I do need to be quiet, though.
Leo's here. He is? How do you know? Warren told me you saw him talking to the Queen. I'm sure she was probably barking orders at him again. Looks like this show is packed with A-listers now. Question is, who's headlining?
Things will be a lot easier.
Someone... Stop him! I see you!
Got him in sight.
Well, that was a bummer. I don't know why I assumed they couldn't see me. One of them was looking right at me.
Something's wrong, Jensen. I pinged you, and a second later, I lost your GPL signal. It's like you disappeared into a black hole.
Gotta be a jammer.
Well, obviously. If you can find the transmitter and take it offline, I'll be able to track you. And keep you on a tighter leash.
I've got more important things to do than help you keep tabs on me. If Megan and her team are here, there's no time to waste.
I have to admit, I have some trepidation about the fact that I don't actually have a weapon.
How do you know?
Warren told me you saw him talking to the Queen.
I'm sure she was probably barking orders at him again. Looks like this show is packed with A-listers now. Question is, who's headlining?
Things will be a lot easier if Darrow was still around. Anyway, I better get back to storage in case he decides to spring a surprise inspection on us.
Good idea.
Looks like we've got somebody up there in the control booth watching as well, so...
Someone over there! Stop!
God damn it! Son of a bitch. Alright, so he walks up that way. I gotta pay more attention. I'm playing the game. You would think I would be tuned in, and for some reason I wasn't. I was just looking over at
Something's
chat.
wrong, Jensen. I pinged you, and a second later, I lost your GPL signal. It's like you disappeared into a black hole.
Gotta be a jammer.
Well, obviously. If you can find the transmitter and take it offline, I'll be able to track you. And keep you on a tighter leash.
I've got more important things to do than help you keep tabs on me. If Megan and her team are here, there's no time to waste.
head in the game now. Pay more attention.
CO's here.
He is? How do you know?
Warren told me you saw him talking to the Queen.
I'm sure she was probably barking orders at him again. Looks like this show is packed with A-listers now. The question is, who's headlining?
Things would be a lot easier if Darrow was still around. Anyway, I better get back to storage in case he decides to spring a surprise inspection on us.
Good idea.
I think that guy went into that hallway. So I think we can take these guys out independently now. Combat rifle ammo. Don't need that. Well, that was interesting. I teleported there for a second. Much better. Helps when I pay attention to what I'm doing and where people are going. The door code. 1385. 1385. Alright. Decontamination liquid. That sounds ominous, right? I mean, we were almost decontaminated by a bunch of green gas. I mean, it comes from the World Health Organization. You would think that perhaps it's actually healthy. But I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be... I have a feeling that it probably really is meant for decontamination. It's also probably very much like Halon in the fact that it is incredibly deadly if released into a confined area. Those guards are not moving. This will be interesting. I don't think he's actually looking out here. I think maybe he's asleep. I could have done that more quietly. Final Fantasy 17. If that's not what it looks like, I'm going to be disappointed. No, 27. I guess we have a ways to wait. Zero time dilemma. One will never trust the decontamination showers again. Boo World War II never trust the decontamination showers. DX, Deus Ex, I suppose, and a whole box of tissue just for me. Boo's making fun of me for being unable to read numbers with my face. Alright. Radar tower repairs. We just finished the OC3 repairs on the radar tower. We were losing comsat between the receiving antenna's effective aperture and the scattering coefficient. I increased the gain on the relay antenna and replaced the transmitter's power supply. Well, if you increase the gain, that's the reason that you had to replace the power supply. That'll burn it out. It doesn't actually help much. It's just turning the volume up louder. Pattern recognition factor should be nominal, but I'm going to continue running tests on the radar cross-section. The writers of Star Trek hired me to read all this. Write all this. In the meantime, our signal-to-noise ratio should be back under normal operating ranges. For anyone who needs access to the radar controls, 0111. Frank Parson, Omega Security. Well, this is probably the Omega Ranch then, because that was mentioned in one of the letters. One of the pocket secretaries at the previous facility. Did I play Soma? Installed it and debated playing it. I played and even streamed a bit of Soma. I did not finish it. And the fault does not necessarily lie with the game. I was playing it with a eye tracker, and it made my eyes incredibly tired to keep using the eye tracking software. So when I turned that off, I never resumed it. So, do consider playing it. I thought it was interesting. Not really interesting enough to continue playing despite the eye fatigue, but that was purely the software that I was using. It has nothing to do with the game itself. I guessed a lot of the story beats, which is something that kind of not put me off. It was just, it wasn't as, it didn't drive me to come back because of it. Alright, my inventory is too full. So let's eat one of our giant cans of protein powder. We're just gonna speed eat hands of whey here. And, that made some room. Alright, we've got to get a weapon somewhere. It's back outside. Maybe worth it trying to sneak past this guy. Is there like a little box or a fire extinguisher I can pick up somewhere and get this guy moving? I think maybe not.
She is urging people to visit their local limb clinics immediately to have the faulty chips replaced. Inside sources tell me that augmentation giant Tai Yong Medical is scrambling to produce enough new and improved biochips to meet the expected demand.
Go to sleep.
This widespread defect, coming so soon after the recent riots, only raises more questions about the problem of human enhancement. Is this the beginning of a complete technological breakdown, or just another glitch in the system? This is Eliza Kassan reporting to you live from Picus. Returning to tonight's biggest story, the World Health Organization today issued an unprecedented recall on augmentation technology. For days, reports of temporary malfunctions and electrostatic disturbances have been flooding in from around the globe. Elizabeth Duclair, spokeswoman for the WHO, confirmed that the cause of these disruptions
Duclair?
has been linked to a major malfunction in the multi-channel peripheral nerve biochip, a device which transmits neural impulses directly to inorganic tissue. She is urging people to visit their local limb...
Well, that is proof that television will rot your brain. Because I don't believe her about the biochip. I don't believe her at all. Omega Ranch. Satcom Universal Signal Jammer on.
You must have done something, Jensen. 4 of our GPL signals just popped up, including yours. Koss, Colvin, Faraday. I'm not picking up Dr. Reed.
Send me the coordinates you do have. And Pritchard, tell Sarif.
I can't. While you were incommunicado, Mr. Darrow invited him, Bill Taggart, and the UN delegates to Panchaea. They're halfway to the Arctic by now.
Great.
Well, that's not good. Also not good. I want in that room. I don't have any sort of pocket secretary code or anything that will let me in. How many? Let's look at our inventory items here. How many of these devices do I have? Also, we're going to have that whiskey. Whole bottle of whiskey here, Adam. This is the appropriate time. Come on, Adam. It's the right time to have some whiskey. Alright, so we have 16 automatic unlocking devices. Yeah. Fuck it. We'll use a few. Man, you should hear some of the crazy rumors about this place. I was near Katong Plaza in the city during my leave last week and checking in with my kids back home at some internet cafe. Anyway, there were these 2 locals who were talking to me about the ranch, and they were going on about that whole VersaLife WHO bird flu outbreak that wiped out half the country a few years ago or something. Anyway, all of a sudden they start whispering, saying it was all some part of government conspiracy by the government to test some sort of new biological warfare weapon. They think it even had something to do with that whole SARS thing 20 years ago. Apparently the ranch is actually owned by the Chinese, and this is all part of a crazy population control scheme. There's even websites devoted to this crap, like we're the new Area 51 or something. Alright, well, Deus Ex does have something to do with Area 51, and VersaLife is 100% doing some sort of genetic engineering and manipulation, so perhaps they did engineer a new strain of bird flu. Let's look through here and see if there's anything in there that it looks like I would want. There's an upgrade of some sort. I'm carrying a ridiculous amount of upgrades. There's a PEPS, which is quiet. Or no, non-lethal. I have no idea what that is. I think that's rockets. I think that's ammunition for rockets. And then an explosive pack and some heavy rifle upgrades. That looks like a generic damage upgrade. There is nothing in there that I need. Huh. Interesting. Barrett, deceased. Fedorova, deceased. And that right there is, well, a pre-upgrade picture of Jared Namir. Yep, Boo is thinking along the same lines as I do. 15 left. But none of that stuff that I want. I feel better with my takedowns than I do with taking another PEPS. So, I think we're good. And that just goes over to a door over there. No big deal. That is a lot of guards and a turret. I don't know if this guy's gonna come up here or not. Let's hide inside. He does not come up. I would say we have a mostly sufficient number of auto hacks. Oh, I think he is coming up onto the path. Or at least he steps up for just a moment. Because he's almost at the same level we are. And then he turns and goes back down. Okay. So he does look down this way for just a moment. Okay, that's the same fence that we went over. I don't think there's anything down this way. If we look at our map, building where we were, so it would have come up here to a little platform. Looks like there's a whole section over here, but and over here. Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff to do. We have to find 1, 2, 3 different people. Mia Colvin, Eric Kloss, and Declan. Interestingly enough, though, it did not seem to actually give them to me on my map anywhere. Ah, they're on different levels. So there'll be 1 upstairs in this building that I'm right outside of. 2 in that one, actually. Okay. I can deal with 2. Who needs weapons? Turning around like that is good for business. Hide behind that L shape over there, probably take him out, and then drag him behind it before the heavy notices. The ogre. Actually, that is bad timing for that, isn't it? Maybe better to just sneak behind him and not actually go out. I think that's what we're going to try and do. Okay, so we alarmed him a little bit with the opening of the door, but he doesn't seem to be inclined to come investigate. Yeah, McFly, come out. Benchmarks for the 3080 came out today. I'm excited for the 3070. I was already kind of excited for the 3070 because it definitely looks like a step in the right direction for price and performance. Doesn't even have to be the same. Just the fact that the next mid-generation looks better than the previous flagship. It's pretty great, because the last generation was incredibly underwhelming for the price ratio. E. Blake. E. Blake. I have a minute to hack. It's only a level 2.
Access granted.
Alright, so what did we get? Atlantic Quarterly. Hey, E, did you see the latest issue of Atlantic Quarterly? They wrote an article about the old ranch back when it was called the Disease Control Initiative, owned by the WHO. In particular, they go into great detail concerning the H5N1 disaster and its lasting effect on the region. Really fascinating read. You should check it out. Swing by my desk if you want a copy. P.S. Do you ever get the feeling that we're sitting on a ticking time bomb? Heh. Heh. Yeah. Right there. Houndstooth. Literally, it was right there. Alright, that's fine. It's fine. I would have actually lost all experience points if I hadn't done the hack, so it's not like it's unimportant. I'm hearing alarms, but we're not actually in the alarmed state, so I think it's just decontamination. Huh. Okay. That's a room. So there's a camera and 2 guards. Nope, more. Look how high up that goes. Woof. I admit to having a little anticipation about going in there. I mean, without going in, just invisible, of course.
I do not have a confirmation yet.
That's not good. I kind of don't want to go in the front door anymore. I'm definitely more open to the idea of trying some alternate route. Alright. Wow. I feel like their sight ranges weren't that good on the last mission that I was on. Because we pulled some incredibly sneaky shit walking right behind people. And right now it seems like I am getting owned every time I go somewhere. I like that it's all stylized Omega Ranch, like with this spa counter looking thing. Like, they're not really hiding it. Probably feels more legit to the people working here that way. Alright, turn around. Okay, so he turns around. He turns to the side. They both turn. I'm good. I'm gonna just start knocking people out, because that's the solution to all of life's problems, really. Just knock motherfuckers out and stash their bodies places. I mean, we know, and we have done, smacking people when they are actually looking almost right at us from right around a corner. As long as I can grab this dude after he turns. So he turns for just a second. He'll turn sideways. Got him. Got him. Think he'll be detected here? Yeah, I don't think the ogre will see him. No sweat, my pet. Alright. I feel like there's definitely still another guy up here at this level, right? Yeah, there he is. So I can't just race around the corner and try and knock that guy out. Well, actually, I can, but I'll have to use a little, like, invisibility to do it. And I think there's a guy over there next to the radome as well. Yeah, there he is, right over there. Sure would be nice to have, like, a tranquilizer gun or something. Real nice. Okay, so this would be about 14 seconds worth of invisibility. I think I can make that work. Yeah. Hey, if they... I would be happy for them to notice fallen weapons if I could pick them up, like in Hitman, and dispose of them in trash cans and things like that. I actually thought that was a great touch. The fact that they are just letting me basically wander around is madness. Just sheer lunacy in my mind. Alright. Heavy weaponry in a storage in Hangar 01. 2410 is the code. Alright. I'm cool with that. I can take out the turret, I can take out the guy. Alright, turn around and look this way. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Alright, you know what? That is incredibly challenging for a code. I don't like it. Let's make sure I actually upgraded all my stuff. Analyze, fortify. Yeah, capture and stealth are 100%. It's just dramatically more difficult all of a sudden. That's fine. Not a problem. This is probably worth the use of an automatic hacking device. Honestly, if the other guy wasn't there, I could just pick the stupid thing up and face it at the wall, but I want to start knocking people out.
I heard something. I'm gonna check on you.
That didn't work. That did not work the way I hoped it would. Beware of heavies. Beware of heavy weapons, guy. Alright. Well, then I'll just knock him out. It's not that big of a deal to just go knock him out. I just didn't want the camera to see me do it. Or the turret to see me do it, but I think I can do it without triggering the turret. Here's hoping that's sufficiently out of his cone of vision. Because I know how to deal with this turret. He won't expect it. I kind of like how little attention these guys pay in some ways. Relatively sure that's a full computer on his back, and it exists that way to drive all of their tactical stuff. That's not actually uncommon for soldiers today. Oh, that's actually probably not the best place to put it. Much better. I like that there are no gyros on the thing at all. Oh yeah? Do you? Yeah, how about a steaming helping of shut the fuck up? Alright. So there's a lot of stuff going on there. I think that's probably as good of a location as I can put them as any. That crosswalk looks much preferable to going in through the front door. Front door, bad move. That looks like a promising place to jump up onto. That is almost certainly the hangar door. We'll be back for you, shit eyes. We are Trailblazer. Although, weirdly, I can't cling to the wall down here. Oh well. Poison gas? No problem.
Credit card? No problem. This is Peter McAllister, the father.
Alright, I did some maintenance work for them. Just shut off all that poison gas they were on about. But it doesn't really look like anything that I can do down here. I expected like a wall weak point or something whenever it didn't become immediately obvious. Maybe it's necessary for somewhere else. Maybe I have to jump across that madness. You wouldn't make me jump across all that, would you? Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything there. Alright. Not entirely sure what the point was. I mean, there are handprints there, which is strange, but... I got a feeling that maybe I just could not see wherever that's supposed to come out. Alright. Advance towards the rear here. A security bot. I don't have a whole lot that I can do with that. Good thing they announce whenever they reverse. Alright. Silenced sniper rifle. Laser rifle. Crossbow. Crossbow arrows. No non-lethal silent takedown devices. All very good stuff. Crossbows are pretty rare. Laser rifle is one of the best ways to defeat the boss fight of the game very quickly, as I recall. Something about it going through walls, and I could just, like, fire it at her through her protective glass barrier, just murdering her. I am going to take the crossbow. No, I'm not. My inventory is full. Because I thought the crossbow might be worth it to purposely miss. Beers. We have a ridiculous amount of stun gun darts and tranquilizer darts for somebody who does not have the weapons. I'm going to drop a couple of these cyber boosts, even though I probably need them more than most things. How big is this? Pretty big. It would probably be useful, but we're not gonna. Alright, we can get past all this. I feel like I should consider looking up if and where the stun gun and the rifle are, if they even exist here, if they're even items that exist for this map. I do have a lot of upgrades that are that can be used for it, but I think a lot of those can also be used for the tranq rifle. Let's see here. Tranq rifle, Omega Ranch. Is there any location for it? Locations. There is one on the Omega Ranch. It's the last place I could probably get one, it looks like. Second floor of the Biomech Lab. Okay, so we'll keep that in mind. And... stun gun. The one I really want. On the table in the break room outside of the room with the jammer control terminal. And there's one in B13. There was a stun gun on the table back at the beginning. Son of a bitch. Yeah, it's crossbow, but it's also tranquilizer rifle. Shouldn't be a big deal. We don't have a whole lot of things that are between us and where I'm trying to go. In fact, it's pretty much just the robot. Well, I guess that turret was kind of there too, but there's like one guard back here that I haven't knocked out by the laser fence. Danger roll. I like how this means that I walked right past it and didn't notice. And by like, I mean it's kind of frustrating. But not that big of a deal. That is a location we can get back to. Okay. Break room right outside of the signal jammer. On a table in the break room outside the room with the signal jammer control. I don't see it. I mean, this is the signal jammer. We turned it off. It's not on either of these tables. Or this table. Well, that's frustrating. Notice, restricted area, authorized personnel only. I mean, I feel like that's true. But I also feel like that's a little misleading because yeah. We can just remove the box and go inside. But this dude can see through these. Ladder up would be nice. Fuck it. Oh shit. I ran out of energy. It is hard on this difficulty level forgetting that things don't recharge 2 cells. I mean, I have a lot of food, so it's not a huge deal. In fact, I'll use another one of the full cyber boosts here to regain the 3 cells. I don't even know what's up there that I need. I just know it's part of the patrol path. I think it's just, yeah, it's an alternate way to shut down the signal jammer, which is already shut down. Well, shit on me. Zero Cool says. It's an alternate way into this building, though. I'm fine with going into that building instead. I am going to try and knock this dude out behind this generator here, I think. Actually, yeah, I might as well try. I was thinking I would save my energy, but I don't think that's useful. Combat rifle ammo. Not useful. Alright. Pretty sure this guy actually won't check over here between the fence. So let's get ready to just cold cock him as he comes through the fence here, I guess. Right through yield laser grid. That way we'll have a nice clear courtyard. As I recall, you have to come back later to do it. Well, I mean, I shut down the jammer already, and it worked out for me. Okay, this guy stays outside. Interesting. I thought they were switching locations, but they weren't. Maybe it is a good idea to investigate, or to invest in the track. I guess let's do it. The mark and track system is not one I usually use. Which one is it? Nope, not that one. Radar? Ooh. Radar 2. Screw it. I think that's even better. Having double the range on the radar. Although, actually I kind of don't like it. It made the radar even smaller, which is kind of a pain in the ass at this resolution. It's very hard to see the sight cones. Crap. Well, whatever. It's just you, Bratva. Did not really flip over, did he? Alright. Stay there. Remember when I said that going inside the main entrance was a sucker's game? Well, here we are again. Omega Ranch. This one actually still has the WHO sign up behind it. The World Health Organization. We never hear about them in the news anymore. Password. Morpheus. Lou, I'm reading everyone's logins and passcodes because that spam mail that got through to the Gen Lab. I got a password for you, login for you, El Marano. Can you come up with a password and let me know? Nigerian scams. Morpheus. You think that's air you're breathing now? Greetings, warrior personnel. I'm inviting you for the second time this week in hopes of receiving the requested equipment I outlined in my previous correspondence. As of yet unidentified saboteur is compromising the integrity of my workstation with his or her blatant disregard for morality and common decency. In what is quickly becoming a recurring event, I have returned to my computer only to find it defiled with pornographic images. These images are not my fetish. They depict humans engaged in gross acts of unnatural copulation with farm animals. It's both an affront to my senses and an insult to the time-honored traditions of the agricultural industry. Misspelled agricultural, even though they have such pretenses of speaking well. Not to mention respectable animal husbandry practices. I only ask that you supply me with at least one device for electronic motion picture acquisition, ideally with normal and low-light recording capabilities, so that I may catch the purveyor of this juvenile delinquency in the act. Your humble charge, Dwayne Crosby. Your humble charge, Dwayne Crosby. Lovey. It's so strange. I hate it. It's just too many horses. So, how long do you think before these things are installed? Come on, man. Door open. Alright, let's see what this lobby looks like. A little more manageable. Not great. If I had like a fire extinguisher or something, I could probably lure these guys out here one at a time. A little concerned about this guy not moving. Also, I think there's a guy over here down this doorway too. Right, so he did move a little bit. Oh, it's like a museum to prosthetic pieces. Any cameras in here? Does not look like it. Alright. We're taking out all the motherfuckers in this room, I guess. Trick, I think, is to wait for the heavy to turn like that. That's not good. I had a second to do it and then didn't. There's one guy down that hallway. We have to be real careful about that. Look at that. Like a big target? A globe? What is that symbol? Neither, really. But it does show a lab or something down beneath it, so... I cannot see the guy that looks like he should be down that little hallway. I think maybe he's down on the other floor or something like that. Interesting. I bet that guy doesn't need to go to the bathroom. I bet he's one of the ones they were talking about that only needs an oil change. I don't know why I'm picking up this Typhoon ammo. I feel like there's a really strong chance that I'm never going to see a store again. B14. Okay, I think we're actually maybe getting close to the location that I can check out some stuff. Alright, what is up with this guy? There is somebody in there. It looks like I can't see him, but the radar tells me there is. Let's check out what's in B13. Or is he in here? Yeah, he's in here. I bet that alerts him. Let's try the other door. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Test results, subject 521. Hey there, just finished running the test you asked for on that Asian girl, subject 521. Sorry to say it looks like an epic fail. I applied the stimulus pattern exactly as proscribed? Is that the correct usage of the word? Proscribed usually means forbidden. I think they mean prescribed. Anyway, even cross-checked it with the Eberhard module, but the BMI you implanted isn't picking up any activity in the cortical neurons. You may have to go back to the drawing board. Huh. Everybody needs to take piss tests here, it says. I wonder what started that. Always vents. I like how these two vents are here, and I can't imagine any reason for them to actually be in any sort of way connected. Like, what's the point? It's just breaking into a room. There was no upstairs or anything. I mean, I guess I get it in a very basic engineering sort of way. Hello, stun gun. Granted, I cannot upgrade the stun gun. What do we not need? Well, we need beer, but I'm willing to just drink it. Okay. We have a weapon again. It's a non-upgradable weapon, to be sure. They hired Wolfie. Did they? Wait, what? Are you talking about for the P test, or are you saying that, like, he just got a job? Because you got me real excited there. I was thinking, all right, cool, he got a sweet new gig. All right, Lazarus, you're not wrong, but chill the fuck out, man. This is how things go down in the world these days. Kind of true. Oh, the piss test. I mean, you know, this is the future. I feel like everybody, I mean, people smoke inside of buildings and stuff like that. I feel like maybe they're beyond that point where they're worried about the pee tests for that kind of stuff. All right, B12. Security rating 3. Nobody's nearby. Let's just hack it. I guess I didn't have to take the 15% chance, or they're double posting it. Right there it says detection 15%. That says 15%, and it specifically shows because of the add-on.
Access granted.
I'm hoping this has got a tranq rifle in here. Lol, man, what a bitch. Check this out. This is not a weekend project using a grade school chemistry set, Donald. We are working on a multi-billion-dollar project, for Christ's sake. Your lack of discipline and focus is completely unprofessional and could put our work in jeopardy. I want you to know that this is my first and last official written warning. If under any circumstances you ever fail to obey regulations, protocols, procedures, heck, if you even forget to punch in getting inside the lab, I'll have you thrown out. Literally. I'm sorry to have been so harsh, but your lack of scientific rigor has cost us an entire week of tests. We can't assume that everything is alright, and your misstep didn't have any effects whatsoever on the results. We have to be more careful. Please, for your own sake, be more careful. Paige Augustino. Tariq Mustafa. I feel like there is a Mustafa, maybe even a Tariq Mustafa in Invisible War? I don't know. Anyway, stop breaking shit with your fat asses. Don't sit on things, apparently. Don't sit on expensive lab equipment as a chair. We have chairs. Passcodes. The Ablet Monastic. Same thing. Safety policy and stuff. No smoking, eating, or drinking inside the designated safety zones. Why would you decide that it's a good idea just to have a slice of pizza when you're hanging out inside of like a biohazard virus lab? That is not a warning that they should have to tell people, especially professionals who are scientists and other people responsible for working on this. Okay, so all it does is really show this. Same, are you even a scientist? I'm gonna make fun of you kind of a thing. Paige takes herself way too seriously. Alright, O Gomez, Tex-Mex. Man, I want like some chips and salsa. Oscar Gomez wrote, "Come on, man, don't tell me you don't already know this. I mean, everyone who knows who really owns the place. Everyone knows that Hugh Darrow bought it back through subsidiaries in 2021. You just need to look at you just need to know where to look and at whom to ask. There's a lot of things that are quite interesting. I mean, look at the research we're doing." That's true. That's actually, I mean, Hugh Darrow is somehow tied in with all of this, and Bob Page is the CEO of VersaLife, and it's not good. Alright. The joke is on you, to Omega All. To whomever felt it necessary to change my screensaver and desktop background to something involving pornographic farm animals for the third time this week, very mature. I will have you know that I'm now installing tracking software on my computer and ask security to place a hidden camera somewhere inside the lab. I will be reporting the next person that decides to compromise the integrity of my workstation with these disgusting images. You have been warned. P.S. I'm still awaiting the turn of my stapler. I know you have it, Jim. Dude, lock your computer, and it will be less of a problem with people fucking with you. Just, you know, lock it. Lock it so people don't mess with it when you're not there. Alright, so nothing here. Now that I think about it, I think they did say it was on the second floor. Emergency eye wash station. That way leads to the elevator and the research departments. Upstairs leads to the auditorium. Alright, so let's go up here and see what we can find. You know what? Let's not go up there and see what we can find. I got a better idea. I'm invisible for just a second, and this one's not locked. Easy peasy. Easy breezy, beautiful cover girl, even. I am a little concerned as to where this goes, since it's kind of hard to hide in an elevator when it comes up and goes ding, but it is hard to say it lock it when auto decryptors are everywhere. I mean, I feel like that's top secret government technology that only we have and the criminals have and all these high-tech cybersecurity people have. Okay, they work here, so I guess that's fair, but it's still kind of horseshit. Alright. A bedpan. Your inventory is full. I can't even pick up pills. These guys are in bad, dire straits. I have way too many EMP grenades. I also have an entire pharmacy's worth of tablets, so I guess that doesn't really matter. And I wish I could give these guys some of the medicine. Even if it's just to ease their obvious pain. I think we're right outside the location where we can probably talk to one of these guys. Yeah, looks like it.
Adam? Adam Jensen? Good grief, lad. What the blazes happened to you?
I made the mistake of surviving. I'm here to get you out, Dr. Faraday.
I told Vasily that Seraph wouldn't stop looking.
Sevchenko's dead, Dr. Faraday. I'm sorry.
I figured as much. One day he was just gone, and they wouldn't say why. We were all afraid, so we just kept to the work. They forced me to create a signal pattern that could broadcast software upgrades directly into a person's implanted circuitry.
Upgrades? But do what?
Whatever instructions have been encoded into them. They said it was to improve efficiency at clinics, but that wouldn't be the only application. Far from it.
Really? What about Dr. Reed? Her GPL signal isn't broadcasting. Do you know where she is?
In the secured zone. You'll never get in there. Too many guards.
A distraction might encourage them to leave the area. Say, an incident in one of the labs.
A bold plan, my boy. But one small incident would never be enough.
No, you're right. But 3 simultaneous accidents might.
I like your style, son. And it just might work if you can get Nia and Eric to agree. But timing them to occur at once, that will be the trick.
I'll worry about the timing. For now, sit tight and wait for my signal.
There's one thing you're forgetting, lad. They can track our GPL signals.
I thought as much. But we have no choice.
There may be something. Vasily wanted to upload a virus onto their security network. Disable their GPL protocols. Eric or Nia might know more about it.
Have you seen Nia Colvin lately? I haven't found her yet.
They've done a good job keeping us all separated, but I suspect she'll be in the Microgen building. There's a skywalk connecting the 2 buildings. If you can find it, you won't have to go back outside.
I'm still looking for Dr. Koss. I don't suppose you could point me in the right direction.
Eric showed an amazing bit of courage a few weeks back. Slipped a note into one of the project reports, telling me they've got him locked inside a lab on the 3rd floor of the Microgen building. I suspect, though, they'll have cameras and other security devices protecting it. You'll have to be on your guard, son.
Isn't this the same guy that wanted to order from VersaLife because they were throwing in free cappuccino machines?
Any idea who's behind this, Doc? The kidnapping, the facility?
Not really. Remarkable considering I've been here 6 months. You would have thought someone would let something slip. But if it doesn't have to do with the research, you don't get a word out of them.
Sounds like the guards are well trained. But what kind of threats were needed to stop the other researchers from talking?
Well, there were threats early on just to get us to work. Of course, Vasily saw right through that. Kept saying they needed us. I suppose in his case, the risk outstripped the return at some point. Damn them.
Dr. Sevchenko probably knew the risks and accepted them.
That he did. Go on, lad. Let's put this plan of yours into action. It's time to teach these wankers a lesson.
Gotcha. Just be ready. When you feel your GPL vibrate, set off that distraction.
Understood, lad. But do be careful.
Did they build motors into tracking implants? Why would they... Maybe it's not actually a vibration. Maybe it's nerve stimulation and it will make the muscles twitch or something. These are some fancy chairs. They're all about sitting here and just watching something, including whoever the fuck sits in this big throne here. Wow. This is... You think they're teaching people and just want comfortable chairs and they had these all sitting in surplus from conference rooms? Or... Yeah, I didn't think so either. Well, good on you, Cappuccino Man, for standing up a little bit after your months or perhaps years of collaboration. I'm just going to pretend that it was completely under duress and I don't need to feel bad about that. That's an entire morgue full of people. What is the point of this room? Declan's computer. Security rating 3. Not that big of a deal. No pocket secretaries anywhere. I did not notice one in the other room. I wasn't looking very closely, but let's just hack. Oh, Declan. Please tell me you weren't a complete fuckhead. If I look at this and you were, I'll be disappointed in you. I accidentally used a halt.
Access granted.
From Vasily Sevchenko to Declan Farty. Declan, my old friend, you're right about the GPL implants these bastards are using to keep track of us. They'll continue to do so unless that we can shut down their tracking and jamming protocols. Feel up to another angina attack because we need to discuss this in person. From Megan to Declan. I know you're nervous, Declan, and to be honest, I am too, but Delgado's work centered on the use of electrical signals to evoke emotional responses in the brain. He was targeting the amygdala and the hippocampus. H assures me that we are not doing that, and I trust him for reasons I'll explain when I can. Until then, don't risk yourself by sending me emails like this one. Stick to research questions only, because you're right. I'm sure they are monitoring every word that we type. Declan wrote, I'm getting worried about this signal pattern they've got me working on. If it's truly meant to transmit software upgrades to limb patients, why do they want it to broadcast wideband and across multiple frequencies simultaneously? And what exactly is it going to transmit? Well, okay, so amygdala and hippocampus would be a fear response. H is almost certainly Hugh. I can't think of any other H's as a name that were ever brought up in this, so... They want to broadcast things to everybody's implants to stimulate the fear and panic centers of their brain. I mean, it does other things, but the amygdala is pretty solidly responsible for fear response. You get the feeling that Megan's drinking the Kool-Aid? I feel like Megan drank the Kool-Aid. She may have told herself that she didn't, but doesn't sound good. Sounds like she's bought into this. Making excuses for her captors, you know? Two guards in there. That's a problem. Security rating 4.
Access granted.
Shadow of Omega. Oh shit, that's right. I think the last two things that I have to look up are here. Delgado and the Stimoceiver and... Alright, one is in room G33. Under the room where Eric Koss is. Okay. Alright, that's fine. And then the last one should be when we meet Megan. No big. Yeah, I mean, I think she's just buying into the idea that they're doing good work, even though it's bullshit. All right, yeah, don't eat or drink. That's fine. We gotta be real careful. I think I can do a double takedown on these guys. But I think that takes additional cells. Let's eat another energy thing. Did not go for both of them. Pay no attention.
I heard that.
Well, okay, I got him while he was alerted but not alarmed. Woo! That's my bad. I was slightly off, I guess. Or they were slightly too far. Passcodes A. O'Connor and Kepler with 2 P's. And machine pistol ammo. K. Donato. Kepler. I like how they both have separate computers and yet they're not looking at each other. Alright. Specialist O'Connor, the lab Sevchenko is using in Microgen has been cleaned from top to bottom. No forensic team in the world will be able to trace materials in there now. Door code's 5377. From Mark to Abigail and Lou. I can't wait to see the look on his face when he sees what I did with his stapler. It's security that's fucking with him. So I got another request from Dwayne to have a hidden camera installed in his lab. Shall we humor and play with him? Like, haha, sure, we can even record one of us wearing a lab tech uniform next time we do it. Dicks. Security guys are dicks. Corporal Dwayne Hicks, Bell Tower Associates. Nice. Weapon cabinet. Tranquilizer rifle. Alright, good. This will allow me to get rid of a lot of these mods by actually installing the upgrades. cannot use the ammo capacity upgrade. I don't think I can use the ammo count upgrade either. Alright. Laser targeting? Nope. Silencer? Already integrated. Alright, I got a bunch of shit that I don't really need to be carrying around, it looks like. But I've got guns again. 3, 4, 5, 6. That'll work. Okay. Feeling good. I really need to sell all this stuff, but who knows if we'll ever run into a store again. I could just drop all of it in here, but... Alright. We got both of those. There's a staircase here. Interesting. It just goes down there. I thought I could get to the sky bridge from here. That's worrying. It's a second stairwell. Okay. Alright, no big deal. Let's see here. Merchant locations. Nope, we won't be able to sell anything anymore, so I might as well start ditching it. The last one was inside that. There'll be a limb clinic inside the next level. But I think that's pretty much it. I'll keep some of those. I don't need all those pills. I'll ditch some of them. I'll hang on to the Pep's Energy Pack. It's unlikely that I'll use it, but it's possible. Wonder if that would have made noise. The inability to make noise when I want to make noise is kind of one of the more frustrating things about this. Alright. Alright, Microgen Lab. G24. Somebody in there, right? Yep. I like how they're wearing helmets. I mean, I know that I'm not cutting off their air supply with my hand. It doesn't work that way. You have to be, basically holding both of their carotid arteries shut. But it sure looks like you're putting your hand over their mouth so they can't scream, but they're wearing a helmet that's certainly got radio gear inside of it. Alright. From Jern Namir to Stephen Higgins. Very good, Lieutenant. Keep me apprised. Supreme, excellent, consistent, breaking the enemy's resistance without fighting for now. Oh yeah, well, give us a little bit of that, art of war. Sir, you asked me to keep a close eye on electronic communications between our 5 newest arrivals. For the most part, they seem to be sticking to the guidelines. Though there have been a few questionable comments directed to the team leader, I'm not too worried because she always warned them off immediately. Isolation seems to be working, except for the Russian, of course. And then it looks like the Nigerian spam. How the fuck are we still getting Nigerian spam mail? Higgins, I want you to double check the proxy stack and make sure it's operating on spec. If our security has been compromised in any way, I want to know about it now! We're sitting on some sensitive data here, boys, and the Nigerians will be the least of our worries if the network is breached. It's just spam email, man. People do shit. Hello, auto hack. We don't have the password for this, so screw it. Free auto hack. Camera system down. Good to know that there are definitely lasers there. Lasers in space. Oof. Yeah, gonna stay out of there if I can. This is the kind of hallway they definitely should have put a camera on. I'm not saying I want it, just saying they definitely should have. Alright. I feel good. We got weapons. We got like 70 darts and 80, or no, we got like 80 dart.
Ready to relieve you, Corporal.
He was right. Man, am I tired of this woman's nagging.
Colvin, what's she whining about now?
Everything from the food to the temperature.
She's just trying to get on your nerves to see if you'll drop your guard. Don't let her get to you.
Right.
That's right. Fuck you both. G22. No code.
Access granted.
Double check nobody is in here before we drag bodies in. Yeah, one person, and it looks like it was Dr. Colvin, so I bet one of these guys has the code for the door. Probably didn't need to hack it. Whatever, free experience points, right? Also free money. G23. We haven't been in there yet. P. Walt's Ruckus. Okay, so that would have saved us the use of the code. That's fine. From Raymond Jorian to Christine Cantrella, Mr. D, these samples are simply amazing, but the fragments are definitely human, although some have peculiar, albeit tacit, particularities. I have to say, this could be it. This could be the break that we're looking for. They're talking about us. If we make it, if the cells react as planned, we can properly screen and get proper sequencing. It could remove every obstacle that we've faced so far. I think you should inform Mr. Page immediately. And then Nigerian spam email, of course. That, I believe, is Sevchenko's lab. Yep, 5377. This is the one they sterilized. And said nobody would be able to find anything in here, so... There's wall punching. That's a possibility. There's an ebook. Delgado and the Stemo Seaver. Well, there probably is nothing in here but that unique readable thing. Hello. We'll take that in a minute. But that's interesting. Alright, Dr. Colvin, we need to talk.
Get the hell out! This lab is off limits to you people.
Nice to see you too, Dr. Colvin.
What? Wait a second. I know you. You were Seraph's security guy. Way to protect our asses.
Hey, check the attitude, Doc. I nearly died trying to save you.
Oh, and now you're here to take me back. Well, maybe I don't want to go. Maybe I've got more here than I ever had at Seraph.
Would Vasily Savchenko agree with that? They executed him and dumped his body in a ditch.
That's not true!
Believe it. Unless these murderers have you so brainwashed, you don't mind building their toys.
It wasn't a toy. It was a software upgrade that limits functionalities in a biochip. They told me it was for crowd control. Is Vasily really dead? You saw the body?
What was left of it?
Oh my god. I should have listened to him.
Dr. Colvin, I need to free Megan Reed and get everyone else out of here. It means causing simultaneous accidents in 3 labs.
Declan and Eric. Of course. Interesting idea, Mr. Jensen. Ambitious, but risky. The timing will be critical.
I'll coordinate the attack. But you understand that this could all backfire.
I'm no shrinking violet, Mr. Jensen, but there may be another issue.
The GPL tracker, I know. I also know about the virus Dr. Savchenko developed. The one meant to interfere with their security.
One step ahead. Just like Vasily. It's a good plan. However, I don't have the virus program. Perhaps you should check with Declan or Eric.
Dr. Colvin, I need to know I can trust you. You seemed pretty happy to be here until I told you about Dr. Savchenko.
It's been 6 months, Mr. Jensen. Not long for you, perhaps, but how long can a person live in constant fear? Once they took us out of isolation, it just seemed easier to concentrate on the work.
Did all of you feel that way?
Vasily didn't. Maybe not Declan either, but the work we do here, the discussions, and the theories. I thought Seraph's projects were far-reaching, but the experiments I've seen going on here, it's the kind of stuff DARPA dreams up every day.
Only without governmental oversight keeping you in line.
I suppose I'm just a typical scientist to you, right, Mr. Jensen? Blindly pushing boundaries? No care for who's footing the bill or how our discoveries get made?
We all have to live with ourselves at the end of the day, Dr. Colvin.
You're right, of course. But were things so different in Detroit? We all know where those Seraph contracts came from, don't we? You asked me if you could trust me. You can. But you better get on with this.
That sounds about right, doesn't it? 6 months in isolation and it's easier to just focus on what you can do instead of what you can't do anymore?
I haven't yet located Eric Koss, Dr. Colvin. Do you know where they're keeping him?
He's working in a lab on the 3rd floor. There's an elevator that might get you there. It's on the 2nd floor, though, and I heard the guards say something about that floor being shut off. But then again, with those neuroenhancements of yours, you might find a way to get into it.
I will. In the meantime, stay tuned for the signal. You'll feel a vibration in your GPL. That'll be the time to set off the distraction.
I'll be ready. And I'm sorry about what I said.
Well, good, because that was pretty fucking hurtful. Nia, listen to me. You know what they're doing to us. You recognize the tactics. They're giving life by not taking it. Keeping us isolated so that their truth becomes everything. Don't you see the signs? Don't give in to them. Megan says, Nia, you're thinking too narrowly. The positioning of the processors is just a detail. It really doesn't matter. What matters is the input coming into the chip from the nervous system. That's what's generating the individual and/or multi-threads that you need to suppress. Focus on isolating the patterns. But if it makes you feel better, Hugh told me that Eric's designing the chip, and I've worked with him long enough to know how he thinks. Okay, I feel a little better. Nia at some point in time said she can't work like this. She can't... Oh, never mind. She's just complaining about the work. Maybe I don't trust her. I don't think we have a lot of choice, though. Alright. That just leads down a level. I don't think we need to worry about that. Alright, let's go try this elevator. Telephone. Just what I needed. Ooh. Excuse me, who the fuck are you people? Civilian, talk.
We're working as fast as we can. This pressure you're putting on us doesn't help, you know.
Ah, you don't realize that I'm not actually security here. Cryonixus Laboratories.
You don't look like the other security people. Did they call you in to deal with the smugglers? I know they've tried to enter the ranch before.
Yep, smugglers. Eric. It's always the Erics, isn't it?
What do you want? I told you people not to barge in here. Wasn't the new biochip design enough?
Dr. Koss, I'm here to get you out.
Jensen? From Sarif? But we were told we'd been written off.
Not exactly.
Listen, Jensen. They forced me to work for them. I didn't want to create the new biochip, especially since it was based on Sarif's research, but they didn't give me a choice.
No one doubts your loyalty, Dr. Koss. Do you know what they plan to do with this new biochip?
I'm not sure. They said something about having Tai Young Medical produce it and distribute it through LIM, but I can't be sure.
I've already been in touch with Colvin and Faraday, and we've come up with a plan. If the three of you set off simultaneous explosions in your labs, it might allow me to access the secured area and find Megan. Then we all get out of here.
Isn't that a little risky? Besides, how will we coordinate these accidents? It's impossible.
Maybe not. But it's that or staying here and eventually ending up like Dr. Sevchenko.
They killed him, didn't they? He kept provoking them, coming up with these wild escape plans. They try to keep us apart as much as possible now. All right, Mr. Jensen. I'm with you. What's our next move?
Listen, Dr. Koss. Dr. Sevchenko had a plan to neutralize the GPL tracker.
Yes, he wanted to upload a viral program onto the security control computer to scramble all of their equipment. He gave me a copy in case anything happened to him. Here, I never had the courage to use it. Besides, we had nowhere to go.
So, interestingly enough, he worked on a new biochip being distributed through the LIM system that could receive software upgrades from just about anywhere that would shut down the contact between the bio signs and systems of the person and the actual mechanics of the thing, and potentially stimulate the fear centers of their brain. Fuck off.
Dr. Koss, the biochip you mentioned was based on Sarif studies?
Yes, I believe so. At first I thought it was merely convergent research, but I've worked with Dr. Reed long enough to recognize her handiwork. Besides, I had been working on something similar back in Detroit.
And your knowledge of it made you invaluable here.
At least to a certain extent, it probably helped us all stay alive. But now with Dr. Shevchenko, I guess we've all become expendable. Except for Dr. Reed, I suppose.
Why do you say that?
It's more of a general feeling, I guess. Back in Detroit, we all realized that we were on the verge of something groundbreaking.
Oh, he has cybernetic eyes.
Well, everyone seems to view her research as crucial in some way.
That might explain why she's being held in a secured area.
Possibly. I'm just glad we're going home. It's kind of hard to believe.
I'm really glad I did not get that updated biochip at the limb clinic in Hingshaw.
The computer I need to upload this to. Where's it located?
Vasily mentioned a tunnel near the back of the compound. I think it leads to the restricted area's security terminals, but well, I've never used it myself. I wish I could be more helpful, or even go with you. But
that's probably a terrible idea because I'm a trained combat and stealth operative and you are not.
Stay put, Dr. Koss. Once I upload this virus, you'll have to do your part. When you feel a vibration from your GPL, that's the signal to set off the explosion.
I'll wait, Mr. Jensen. But hurry.
I wish I knew what the implant on his forehead was, the hexagonal thing. In the other Deus Exes, it could be used to preemptively detonate rockets and stuff that were sent your way. It was kind of a chaff dispersal system with like a nanotech kind of thing, but that is not an option here. Alright. G34. Eric Koss's things. Courage, my boy. So he's encouraging Eric to do something. And Megan says, let's see here. Dr. Reed, I don't mean to rock the boat, but maybe you could convince him to let me come by and check on my work in person sometime. I feel it's progressing in the right direction, but since I don't have access to the original patient X files anymore, I'm simply not sure I'm getting the mutagenic chemical compound right. And you know how important it is that formula is when it comes to stabilizing the nerve interface connection. Without it, the biochips won't work at all. I hear you, Eric, and I understand, but I don't think they'll listen to me. It's hard enough convincing them to allow this level of interaction between us. Soldiers are used to being compartmentalized. They think everyone should be able to work in the dark, too, knowing only half the information. I am reviewing all your work, though, so don't worry. I'll let you know if you're straying too far off. She has completely bought into it. I would hesitate to call it defected, because defected would mean that she chooses them over us, and I'm not entirely sure that she is really operating on the level of choice here. But she's definitely no longer resisting. Alright. Lasers. You know what? I don't want to deal with the lasers. Fuck it. We're just going to take the elevator. Alright, so we need to find some sort of tunnel in the back and some sort of security section. Alright, so it's almost certainly back this way. Yeah, no problem. Past the robot. And I don't care enough about any of the other stuff in this building now that we have weapons and ammunition and more shit than we can possibly use, so fuck it. There is no point in exploring this building any further. I've talked to everybody that I need to. I don't need any more loot. We're done here. Hello, Dawn. How are you doing? No, I do not want Taifu. We are doing a stealthy run, Farboden. Actually, we're mostly just getting the ending achievements and the Scholar achievement at this point in time, but we've achieved Factory Zero and some other incredibly stealthy no-og type runs and stuff like that, so I'm just staying in the same general direction of stealth at this point in time. Doesn't seem like it since I'm just leaving bodies laying out, but if nobody can discover your body, it's technically hidden. Aw, Dawn, we miss you too. At some point in time, we should do another Friday the 13th or something along those lines. I don't know. There's other games out there. There's other multiplayer stuff that we can do. Or are you talking about one friend in particular? Because if so, maybe you could invite them to do something. It's a tough year. Everybody misses everybody. I know I feel it. I'll actually be spending a little time with my family on Saturday. Not a lot of time, but a little bit. I haven't done that in a while, so that'll be interesting. Be careful, I see another robot on the minimap. But there's definitely some other games that we can play. Boo found a cool, like, 4-player game that was kind of like, run around, shoot 'em up. Sometimes you get, aliens that are trying to take over everything. What else happened? What else was there multiplayer? I don't know. There's stuff. It was good to see you around. I guess it would help if more of us streamed, because that's definitely one way that we interact. Oh yeah, that's right. Blackout. Did that ever redeem for you? I thought for some reason that there was a problem with it. Alright, this will be interesting, because I think there's a robot down that hall. Hopefully it's in the cabinet. Yeah, okay. Oh shit, why can I not walk through there? Huh, no doors, okay. EMP grenades? I don't think so. Actually, I probably could. If I take that and the mine template, I'll have another EMP mine, which stacks. It works. It's downloaded. Cool. Yeah, we should try that out at some point in time. That looked like a lot of fun. That's why I got it for you. I am relatively sure that I have it too, because otherwise I don't think I would have bought it. Tunnel hub. Is there like a pocket secretary out there or something? I don't know. I don't see one just laying around. Ah, we can just hack it. It's fine. I don't know a whole lot about it either, but it looked good. And it looked like the kind of thing that we might all enjoy playing. I also have... What do I have? I think I got Hello Neighbor from the Humble Bundle. Which I think is a multiplayer thing too. I don't know. It was one of those that looked like it might be more fun to watch than to play, but I believe I have access to it now anyway. Granted. Alright, camera off. Robots disabled. Disk reader. Lycom DG-T15 Vervangt. Okay, Ghost, smooth operator,
Pritchard,
uploaded.
are you still tracking the scientists?
Of course.
Simulate feedback along that route. Make it strong enough to vibrate their implants. They have to feel it.
A signal, eh? Not bad, Jensen. I'm sending it now.
It's like you forget that I'm a security guy. What the shit? Fuck off! The door just opened? What a dick. It's like, hey, just go over here. And the second I do, the damn door's open.
Pritchard, are you still tracking the scientists?
I did just upload that. I just noticed that it kind of upgraded, though.
Make it strong enough to vibrate their implants. They have to feel it.
A signal, eh? Not bad, Jensen. I'm sending it now.
Fuck off. Well, disabling the robots. I don't really want any part of that. Alright, I think everybody else is run by now that the robot's not doing anything, so... Screw them. I probably could have hidden behind that and just ran past, now that I'm looking back on it. Yeah, we should probably look for something that's not F-13 Dawn, because I know not everybody enjoys playing it. And so if we want people like Boo to play with us, or King Trash Panda, or many of the others who don't enjoy playing the game, we should find something else. That does mean I'm open to suggestions, Boo. Or Sealy Bob, if you're still here. I mean, I'm willing to try Deceit again. It seems very much in the vein of a lot of other games like Among Us and Unfortunate Spacemen and stuff like that. I think we have access to it. Everybody else got a lot more practice with it than I did. Holy shit, man. That's creepy. Fully cybernetic bodies that are just moving in different poses. Fuck off. But I'm perfectly willing to play because we're all totally out of practice and we can lie to each other. Alright. I see upstairs. Can I just... Nope.
Your tenacity, Adam Jensen, is really quite irritating. We'd like you to stop now.
I'm afraid I can't, Zhao. You see, I figured it out. I know what you and your conspiracy buddies are planning.
Do you? How clever.
A new biochip. A software upgrade that limits what augmentations can do. You're creating a kill switch. You kidnapped Megan Reed's team to do it, and you're seizing control of the market to ensure it gets distributed. All because you're afraid of people like me. Augmented people with the power to resist you.
No one's afraid of you, Mr. Jensen. All your blundering around and childish interference hasn't stopped a thing. Tell me, have you been to a limb clinic lately?
Let me guess. That was supposed to shut me down, right? Leave me broken and begging?
The Augs were recalled. You should be offline!
Women never fail to underestimate men.
Wow, really, Jensen?
You should have stayed dead, Jensen.
And then we got our ass kicked. Alright. Stealth may not be possible at this point. Yeah, we're immediately hostile, so...
Do you realize how hopeless this is? You will not leave here. This is as far as you go. Only one of us will leave here.
Okay, so he threw regular grenades. I thought those were EMP grenades. Good to know. Alright, a couple of things that we want to do, I guess. Let's start by having some delicious energy, and second, we will need to look at going invisible quickly. Because I have lost my orientation in the room by the video.
Do I sense desperation, Jensen?
A laser gun? Eh.
Jensen.
Don't really want the laser gun. So let's try the other side.
I thought you would be more formidable than this. A nice trick, but futile. That will not save you, my friend. What did you do? You died the first time. So stubborn. You should have given up this chase long ago. But even I have orders to follow. You were off limits. This.
Ah, I can't knock him out.
I'm right over here. Oh. That will not save you, my friend. Do you realize how hopeless this is? You must leave here.
I feel like there's almost certainly another way in here, but...
Will you lose your nerve, General, now that the end is near?
He must have come in the room.
Behind you, Jensen.
Fuck him. Enjoy some robots.
Look at you, jumping at shadows like a scared child. Track me all the way here. Finding me now should be simple. What did you do? I thought you would be more formidable than this. You underestimated you, Jensen.
Should be a good time to start looking at using some of my other devices, huh?
Goodbye, my friend. Took losing Yelena. This has been a long time coming. You should have died the first time. Goodbye, my friend.
I have a bad habit of trying to taser him. Bad habit. Don't knock him out. It doesn't work. That pep gun would have been nice. Alright. It feels like there ought to be a stealthier way to do this. There just doesn't seem to be. I find that a little disappointing.
I thought you would be more formidable than this. That will not save you, my friend. Will you lose your nerve, Jensen, now that the end is near? Do you realize how hopeless this is? You will not leave here. Like a blind man, you stumble on, unaware of the cliff ahead.
I guess he knows where I'm at.
I'm right over here, my friend. Come get me.
I don't want to come get you. I really want the fucking robots to start getting you. That would be nice. Interestingly enough, I don't see a... Well, okay, that's a whole missing texture. But I don't see a location to sneak into this room. It was hacking only, huh? Oh, no, there it is, right there. Where does this go?
So stubborn. You should
Ah,
have given up
okay.
this chase long ago. How can a man be so clueless? So this? This has been a long time coming. You should have died the first time. You're on the side. Oh.
Destroy him, my robots! He sucks at boxes. Yeah, I didn't have any lethal weapons on me, though. I could have gotten the laser rifle, I guess.
Not until you tell me where Megan is.
You've lost her, Jensen. Men like us, we never get back the things we love.
That fucker. Do feel a little like I should turn the robots off? Because that's some dangerous shit. Oh, well. The laser rifle, which I could have probably used against him. It's okay. See, seeing things like that makes me think that there was some way to release gas in the room or something, and we didn't, so... Alright, we could have come in here, we could have gone up through that vent. If the door stayed locked, he probably never would have known that we were in here. So there's probably a way to be somewhat stealthy. Not super stealthy, because, I don't think it works like that. Even though they added some stealth-type options, he started hostile, even though I went immediately invisible. Let's use a cyber boost here. Just eating handfuls of whey. Jaren. Plasma capsules. I'll take your credit chip. Plasma capsules? Ah, for this plasma rifle. It's a bit late in the game to get it. Nah. This place is certainly nice. And this is kind of an interesting sort of light fixture. It's one thing you can do with track lighting. Does nobody have a problem with all the glare in this universe? Like, I feel like my eyes would hurt.
Jaren, is that you?
Not exactly.
Adam? Oh my god, Adam! It's you. You're hurt. What happened?
What happened to you? I risked my life for you, Megan. I came halfway around the world, and for what?
It's not what you think.
Are you part of this?
No! No, Adam, I swear it! The kidnapping was real. The attack on Seraph Industries, they came after me. They wanted my research.
And when did you decide they could have it?
It didn't happen like that. I wanted to tell you, but I couldn't. I couldn't! And then David said we had to use it. We owed it to mankind.
David? What are you talking about?
My great discovery. The genetic framework I found that makes it easier for living tissue to bond with implants. I found it. In you, Adam. I used your DNA. I wanted to tell you, I swear. But David convinced me what it could mean for mankind. How much better off we could all be. It took Hugh to make me see how wrong I was.
Hugh? Hugh Darrow.
He owns this facility. After Namir brought us here...
Richard! Patch me into Seraph, now!
Adam, please! He was only pretending to work with Tai Young and the others. He found out what they were planning to do and told them he would help. But only to make sure they never succeeded. Their control signal won't work.
Thank you, David. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sarif here has asked me to show the world how human enhancement technology can change it. After careful deliberation, I've decided I must do exactly that. Forgive me.
He's modified the control signal. Anyone with the new biochip will be affected. Hugh never said anything about this.
I'm going back for the scientists.
No, Adam! I know the complex better than you. I'll find them. There's a hangar bay through there. Get to its control room and retract the roof. Clear a path for us.
Megan. I mean... everything is black and white in this room. This is kind of a awful prison that would be almost intolerable to be in. Hints of the Deus Ex theme from the original there. Ashtray is perfectly clean. I didn't think she smoked anyway. Arm. Alright. If I've done it right, this will get us the Scholar achievement. Nope, never mind. Down to cases. That's not the right one. There should be one in here. Inside the safe. Okay. Level 5 security rating. I mean, I have a crap ton of hacking devices. Crash test dummy. That would also be... creepy as fuck to just have in your room. Fuck. I did not get the Scholar achievement. I'm gonna have to replay this at some point in time. Fuck. It's not what I wanted. I didn't ask for this. From Alan Curtis at VersaLife to Hugh Darrow Project Arianola. Good morning, Mr. Darrow. Regarding the conversation we had last week, the project is advancing quite swiftly. We've managed to devise a new and improved prototype to better counter the quantum size effect. So far, the nanoionics are responding as planned, and the latent effects on biomaterials are negligible. As an unforeseen benefit, that is, using copper couplings make the units virtually undetectable. This will, on the other hand, require a very potent electronic virtual tracking system for the maintenance and emergency procedures. We've been able to build and modify molecular subjects on the fly using mechanosynthesis. The samples all responded very well, apart from the usual rejection syndrome that of course always sets in after a few minutes. The effects are even more potent on the molecular level, so that's why some news from your associates are so promising. They're on the verge of isolating and replicating DNA segments that represent no rejection syndrome whatsoever. I don't know how you got access to those samples, but I don't care. Do you realize what this could mean? We're there. Imagine that, a regular-looking human being, nothing unnatural in its appearance, and still the power of billions of machines within it, manipulated at will. This is the future, Mr. Darrow. So maybe this is actually Darrow's room, but I doubt it. Alright. Fine. So, Megan's white room. It does seem like she sleeps in here and doesn't really get to leave, but I'm sure she does. I've missed a book somewhere, and this sucks. This
Jensen,
whole run.
What the hell's going on out there? Broadcast frequencies are going haywire.
Malik, is that you? Where are you?
Coming into visual range of Singapore now. Been in the air since Pritchard first pinged you.
Good timing. I'm heading for a hangar bay to open the roof. I'll need an emergency extraction.
Roger that. I'm on my way.
Okay, so we've got some stuff to do here, but I'm thinking that it's probably a good point in time to end the stream. We had a big emotional moment meeting up with Megan. I had a big emotional moment when I realized I was not going to get the doctorate achievement for reading all of the items in the game. And we're about to stage a big escape. I have no idea what I've missed. None. It's possible that it was added in the director's cut, and the checklist that I was looking at for the doctorate is no longer correct, because I know that we found at least one that was inside of the DLC area, and it was not one I had picked up previously. So either I missed something that I desperately needed to have found, or things have gotten moved around a little bit. Thank you, Dawn. You have a good night as well. And Boo and Sealy Bob. And if you're still here, Farboden, good night to you as well. Everybody, thanks for joining. We may be able to finish this up next time, depending on how long the stream is. Have a good night.